Let's look at question number 3. Question number 3 looks at area, perimeter. As we go on, we shall be looking at area, perimeter, among others. All right. We'll go straight to question number 3. The picture below shows the dimensions of the rectangular vegetable garden with 2 gates. The garden has a length of 35 feet and 17 feet respectively. It has a length and a width of 35 feet and 17 feet respectively. Simply meaning the length is 35 feet and the width is 17 feet. In that order, respectively means in that order. All right. Note the width of the small gate. Okay, when you look at the garden, this is it. Those dots are poles that are going. This line they present the round one represents a fence. Then these are the gates where one will enter from, and indeed this is a pathway where one goes through, and you go out from this other side. Okay. The width of the small gate is 9 meters, and while the width of the large gate is 18 meters. The garden will be fenced with a galvanized welded meshed wire. Study the diagram and the information above and answer the questions that follow. Question number 1, 30.1.1. Explain the term perimeter according to the given context. Now we shall say, remember, perimeter is the total distance around the given shape. Now we shall say the total distance covering not covering, total distance around the vegetable garden. Total distance around the vegetable garden. The total distance, you can see length around the vegetable garden. Vegetable garden. State whether the dimensions of the garden are in metric or imperial. Remember, metric is where we look at kilometers, meter, centimeter, millimeter. Now, imperial, we look at miles. Imperial, we look at miles. We have yards. We have feet. We have inches. So we go and we check on the garden, the dimensions. They are in feet. So your answer is what? The measurements here are imperial. Measurements there are imperial. Another thing that I've forgotten about the perimeter. Perimeter, it's when you start from here, you come there, you come there, you come here, again you go. So the distance that you move from here, you go like that, you add. That's how we get the perimeter. When you move around a given shape of a given area, around, which means outside. Meaning it's the same as the space occupied by the fence or boundary. All right, a boundary around a given shape or area. Determine the ratio of the width of the smaller gate to the large gate. Remember, they gave us those measurements. They're here. But what I wanted you to know, first and foremost, know its ratio of the smaller gate and the larger gate. So smaller gate, what's the width? We come back to the scenario here. We have it at 0.9 meters, and the large gate is what? 1.8. In that order, please. 0.9 is to 1.8. Simplify it, become 1:2. 1:2. Calculate the perimeter of the rectangular vegetable garden in feet. You may use the formula below. Now, someone might ask us, shall we count the gate? Yes. Why? We are looking at the vegetable. We are not looking at the fencing, but we are looking at the perimeter of the garden. They are saying it's supposed to be in feet. Remember, length is 35 feet. And the width is the 17 feet. Substitute. So we shall say perimeter equals to 2 into 35 plus 17. We are looking at perimeter. Perimeter needs us to have length. It's already given to us at 35. These are feet. Then we also need to have the width, which is 17 feet. So we need to substitute, and we shall say perimeter equals to 2 into length plus width. I'm using this other part here, which is 2 into 35 plus 17. See that? So we go straight forward, and you see you have the answer as 104. These are feet. So they are telling us, hence convert the perimeter of the garden to meters. So here we already have it as they are telling, if you only have 1 foot, you have an equivalence of 0.3048 meters. So for us, we have 104 feet. What would it be? We cross multiply. So the answer is to be telling us it has to be 3,1699.2. These are meters. In other words, it's the same as 3, 31,70. All right. The role of the mesh wire in the first roll in the mesh garden is sold in rolls of 120 millimeters. That's how long it is. But then the wire covers 10 meters. So 120 meters high and the length of 10 meters. So they ask you, determine the number of rolls of wire required to fence the rectangular. So before we do this, remember now this is when we are going to exclude, or this is when we are going to look at the gates. Why? Now you're bringing in the fence. Definitely you want to cover the face, the gates. So what we're going to do, total perimeter of the fence. So we already got the answer there up there, which way we said it was 35. Added the 17. We got the answer as what? These were feet. We changed them to meters. And the answer we got it as what? 31,6992. Here, we shall subtract the length, the width of the small gate, which is 0,9. And we shall subtract the width of the smaller gate, which is that much. So remain with 28,9992. So these are the meters that we need. So we shall divide this by 10 because it's sold in 10 meters. So we divide that by 10. You see, you find yourself that you remain with 8,9992. But remember, these are rolls, so you cannot buy them in half. So the person will buy 3 10-meter rolls. 3 of them, but the third one won't be fully used, but part of it will be used. They're asking you calculate the total cost of the machine wire face. That's so really we've seen it that we need 3. 3 times 1,599. The answer that you get, equal to that much. Answer you get to equal to that much. Give one valid reason for putting a fence around the vegetable. And then the valid reason is known for the animals known to destroy the garden. You know, if you have animals at home, you protect them. You protect the vegetable garden from those animals. So by putting a fence, not to destroy the garden, the livestock, not to destroy the garden. Then the other one, what would it be? Also to be neat, protect your garden from intruders. Three 3.2, when you look at 3.2, almost the same part that we're looking at. And here we have this diagram here. Now this is from Mr. Malin intends to increase the area of his garden to plant more vegetable. The diagram below shows the dimensions of the existing garden and the alternations to the new garden. You understand? The existing is this blue one. Then these dotted ones are the extensions, which becomes the new garden. The garden has a circular garden bed with a diameter of 1.5 meters. Okay. Determine Mr. Marlin's new length of the garden. Now, you're taking the old plus the new one. So it's 11 plus 2. So the new length equals to the old plus the new. So we added that up. Take the area of the new garden in square meters. So the width is 6 meters and the new garden is 13. So let's go there and say our length is 13. The width is 6. And the answer becomes 78. The answer becomes 78. Don't forget these are meters, what? Squared. You show the units because even there they said in meters squared. So please, you don't forget the units. These are just meters, they're not squared because just we are adding. Here it's a square because we've multiplied 2 times. We've multiplied the meter from here and another meter here. So we multiply the 2, you get meter squared. Here we're just adding. You don't get anything. It remains the way it is. We go to 3.2.3. Martin stated that the percentage increase in the area of the new garden is 40%. So how are we going to get this? Number one, we shall need, we need to know, because to get the percentage change, you need to get the new area. Allow me write it like this. Minus the old area. Everything divided by the old area times 100. Why? I'm looking for the percentage. Anyway, I have the new area. What about the old one? So I need to look for the old area, which will become L times what? B. Let's go back to the diagram. What's my old area? It's 11 by 5. So I'll come here, multiply 11 as length, 5 as width. And the answer becomes 55 meters what? Squared. So I have the old area. I'm good to go. I'm going to substitute. I'll say my new minus old divided by old times what? 100. The new is 78 minus 55, which is the old. I divide by 55 and multiply by 100. What answer do I end up having? 70 minus 23 divided by 55 times 100. So the answer here, you have it as 41.82%. So if you round it to, it's what they are saying is that the percentage increase. No, the answer is what? Invalid. Why? This is not 40%. And he said it's 40, and it's above 45, it's 40%. Then it would be valid. Why it's above? And he said it's less, it would be false. Incorrect. All right, let's look at question number 3.2.4. Show by calculations that the area of the circular garden bed is 1,767375 meters what? Squared. Remember, we are looking at the circular garden. And indeed, they have given us the circle here. They have given us the area. The area needs the radius. And in the scenario, remember, they told us that it has the diameter. So how to get the radius? Radius equals to diameter divided by 2. They told us the diameter was 1,2. The answer becomes 0. You see, the diameter is 1,5. Sorry, not 2. So we do that. 1, divided by 2. We have the answer 0,7. Now our radius is 0,7. So we come substitute in the formula. squared. So 0,142 times 0,52 squared equals to 1,767375. 3 marks. Did you look for the radius? Yes. Did you substitute correctly? Yes. Yes.